I guess, I don't know, maybe I was screw loose. I always was like,
The money.
well, I mean, yeah, well, yes, I've always been a money girl, but
Yeah,
I grew up an only child. I'm like, we need to keep this up past leaving this house.
yeah, yeah,
But I don't know. I just I've never had an issue. I mean, aside from if it weren't for like, the oohs and ahs of, oh my gosh, I can't believe she's wearing that or not wearing that. Like, I don't think twice about, if like, let's say I'm at the pool and I'm in a thong bikini and maybe my ass is out. It doesn't bother me. I'm not shy. I've
yeah,
never been uncomfortable. And I always thought, because I grew up watching Jenny McCarthy and Carmen Electra. I don't know if you did, but I
yeah,
saw them and I thought they are so smart.
yeah.
They have pretty privilege and they're using it and
Yeah.
they're monetizing it, and that is what I want to do. So while in high school girls were like, I want to go to medical school, or I want to go be a nurse, I'm like, I want to do this. No, I
Yeah.
want to do this. So I
You
that was
always knew you
my
wanted to do
mind from like a
something
very
similar.
young age. I'm
Yeah.
like, no, no, girls, this is what we need to do.
That's so
Those were
funny.
like, yeah, that's my path for sure.
Yeah.
Um, you know, because we live a fun, amazing life. We're traveling all over while people
Yeah.
are sitting, reporting to prison for the day from, 9 to 5, practically,
Right?
right? Being told when they can have lunch, we can literally go. We can go to another country, we can go to another state, we can go to the beach, we can go to the spa, we can take a nap. Like, we have this freedom and
Yeah.
this privilege, and it's a lot of fun. I do have a question for you though. So you said, you called it demons and angels, right?
Yeah.
So how did you reconcile that? Because you said I needed to think about if this was something that was moral and ethical. So how did you then, like, what was it for you to where you decided there is nothing wrong with this. This is really silly and I'm just going to move forward and live my life as I want because there's nothing wrong with this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I still have days, obviously, that I'm questioning it, but
Do
I
you
also
really?
feel, huh?
Do you really?
Yeah.
Why? Okay, tell me more.
Okay, well, let me first start with the first question you had.
Okay.
So, I actually did decide to have a little powwow with God. I was like, okay, this is really what I should be doing.
Yeah.
And the message that I got was that he wanted me to empower Christian women with
Mhm.
their sexuality
Okay.
and to help them feel that it's not wrong or bad or whatever. Particularly me, because, in a relationship where, we didn't have sex for like years, and he wasn't even Christian. So this was other things happening in that situation. Um,
Yeah.
but it's like I really just cut myself off for my sexuality. So for me, it was like I needed to rediscover that for me
Yeah.
first, but then also to inspire other women that it's not
Mhm.
bad, it's not wrong. This is a gift that we have, and we just like need to learn how to use it, right?
Yeah.
So that was really all I needed was like the okay for that.
Okay.
And it was really, I feel God inspired that I started when I did before COVID because I was able to monetize on all the stuff that happened during COVID. And then it's just been kind of a whirlwind since then.
Yeah.
Um, but, even now, I feel for myself that God gave me this opportunity to financially have these ways to help other people.
Mhm.
So that's the other thing is that I think that there are some people, even when you're talking about pretty privilege,
Yeah.
even when they're not in a job that they're getting paid for being pretty, um, they are oftentimes sexualized, right?
Mhm.
So if someone, let's say, is a nurse, like how many times you watch a movie and you see this really hot nurse come in, right? And then the guy's like, oh, a hot nurse, like this is such a big deal, right?
Yeah.
So it's like when you're attractive and when you're pretty, you're always battling that stigma regardless of whether or not you're monetizing on it. So I think the difference is that you and I just decided to monetize it
Yeah.
when we would still have the same attention in any other job, we would just get paid
Right.
less, right? So
Yeah.
if I was a nurse, I would get the same attention because I would have patients that were oogling over my boobs. Oh, especially if I showed a little bit of cleavage, right? It's like I'd have patients that be like, "Oh, it's Nurse Nita today," you know.
You're right.
I mean, I would have those patients, but they're not paying me any money. Like I'm
Right.
still getting that, but I'm not making any money from it. So I think
Right.
that the reality is that when you are attractive or you have big boobs or even if you have a big butt, you're
Yeah.
going to get attention. And so
Right.
it's not something that I want to shame a guy for. Like I don't want to tell a guy, listen, don't look at my boobs because even if I wore a tank top, they're still going to look at my boobs. Like,
Yes,
I have
yes. And
to
he's
literally,
and actually it's just gonna add to the excitement because what's
yeah,
going on under that
yeah.
under
Like,
that turtleneck, Nita? Yeah.
right. It just adds to excitement. Like, when I go out as a mom, I'm not wearing this. I am wearing a t shirt, whatever, jeans, but you still can see that I have big boobs, right? So it's
Right.
like, for me, I think that every woman that has a particular body part that stands out, whether or not it's boobs or your butt or your face, you're going to get a lot of attention for that. And you can choose to monetize it if
Yeah.
you want to. I know there's some women that have that and they choose not to. And I saw the rudest thing online, actually.
Okay.
And I do want to talk about this because it really pissed me off. And I think she
Okay.
blocked me. I think she blocked me because of my comment. But
Okay.
she's a very attractive person and
Mhm.
she's on Instagram and she's like a comedian. So she does lots of things online that are funny and she gets really satirical and she tends to like to rile people up, especially,
Mhm.
about politics.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she said something and it really irritated me. She goes, "Here's to all the women that didn't sell their booty hole online for money just because they have a booty hole."
Okay.
She's like, oh, she said something like, okay, here's to all the women. Yeah. Here's to all the women that didn't sell their booty hole online just to make money, something like
Mhm.
that. And I
Yeah.
replied to her and I said, every day I am thankful for my OF money.
Mhm.
And it completely changed my life. Like it
Right.
completely changed my life, my family's life. And it doesn't make you look better to degrade other women. Like right now, as women,
That makes her look horrible.
yeah,
Like,
it makes her look
yeah.
horrible. But
She
there
was,
were
yeah.
all these other comments of women saying, "Amen, sister." Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's because I think there's this undercurrent from other women
Yeah.
that are kind of pissed off that we're making so much money
Oh, yeah.
on our looks. I get
Yes.
it because
100%.
I would understand if I was slaving away as a teacher or if I was slaving away at another job that I had worked hours to get degrees for.
Yeah.
I was sacrificing my sleep, I was sacrificing my health, I was sacrificing time with my family, and I was stressed out. I would also be pissed that there are girls that are making all this money on their looks if I also internally thought I could do it, right? So these are women that either they kind of internally wish they would do it too, like that they could
Right,
do it, right?
absolutely, but they don't have the guts, they don't have the
They,
self-confidence, and this
they
can
don't
be
have
an
the gut,
attractive woman.
right?
You can be an
Or
attractive woman and not have the guts, not have the self-confidence, or be so afraid of what others are gonna
everybody
think.
else's
And
opinion,
it's probably a
exactly.
combination of all of those things.
Yes. Or it's someone that doesn't have the looks and they're just feel like they're jealous.
Right.
But I
Yeah.
think a lot of times it's these women that actually secretly wish they could do it for
Right.
some reason. Because
100%.
if everybody could make the amount of money we're making and be able to work from home and enjoy their life, they would do it. They
Yeah.
would
Yeah,
because
you wanna work for 2 hours a day and enjoy the rest of the day and,
yeah,
make, 10 times the money that you're making and actually see your family. Anyone that doesn't raise their hand, come on.